Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Scout music. Oh yeah, oh yeah. FD, FD. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Throw 'em up for the BSA. Oh yeah, throw 'em up for the BSA. Three fingers, salute.
Oh, there ain't no doubt about it. I wanna jump up and scream and shout it. Looking good in my uniform, 'cause baby, I was born to be a scout. See, it's my destiny, the only thing I ever really wanted to be. Green socks below my knee, 'cause baby, I was born to be a scout. Oh, scout, scout, be a scout. Oh, 'cause baby, I was born to be a scout. Oh, scout, scout, be a scout. Cause baby, I was born to be a whoop.
Here comes the scout master. Drive the scoutmobile a little faster. Step on the gas, are we there yet? I wanna build a bridge for my eagle project. Yeah, see I'm the real scout ranger. Got my spirit stick to keep me out of danger. Be prepared. Yeah, that's my motto. We're keeping it stacked like Baden's grotto. Ha! The girls love me though, 'cause I've been looking real good in my neckerchief, yo. But one thing y'all need to know
Is I'm a funky wibbler. Ain't no doubt about it. I wanna jump up and scream and shout it. Looking good in my uniform, 'cause baby, I was born to be a scout. See, it's my destiny, the only thing I ever really wanted to be. Green socks below my knee, 'cause baby, I was born to be a scout. Oh, scout, scout, be a scout. Oh, 'cause baby, I was born to be a scout. Oh, scout, scout, be a scout. Oh, 'cause baby, I was born to be a.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Let me tell you what it takes to really be a Boy
You
Scout.
gotta serve your unit, serve the country, be a winner, be trustworthy.
Good master, he be running the pack. Never let a brother down, 'cause he got your back. I'm gonna shoot for the stars. Gonna be great, gonna go far. Sink or swim, keep your head up high. I'm a Boy Scout till I die. Oh, there ain't no doubt about it. I wanna jump up and scream and shout it. Looking good in my uniform, 'cause baby, I was born to be a scout. See, it's my destiny, the only thing I ever really wanted to be. Green socks below my knee, 'cause baby, I was born to be a
Scouts
scout.
jump to the left, scout dip it real good. Scouts jump to the right, crisscross it to the right. Move it up, move it down, shake your body over town and do it all again. Oh, do it all again. Scouts jump to the left, scout dip it real good. Scouts jump to the right, crisscross it to the right. Move it up, move it down, shake your body over town and do it all again. Oh, do it all
Let me hear
again.
it for my tenderfoot. First and second class. Keep it up for my Star Scouts. And what about the Life Scouts? My Eagles. My Eagles. Scout leaders. Scout leaders. Let me hear you make some noise.
Are we gonna drive to Deadwood or walk? No, it's Cam. Deadwood is that way.
Cam. We go to Deadwood?
I don't know.
Girls just wanna have fun.
Investment, and choosing the right company is an important decision. Not all painters are alike. The warm weather is here, and CertaPro's spring painting sections are starting to fill up. So it's a great time to secure a spot.
Oh yeah, there's apparently gonna be a work weekend up, or like a work week up here during summer.
Yeah, working guys.
You should ask Mr. Harder about
Oh,
it.
isn't next weekend? Isn't next weekend Acorn?
We rearranged all my Dutch oven gear. Now it's. That's kind of like me trying to get all my gear together for this weekend. you know, I pulled stuff out of my backpack, rain gear and all that stuff, and so for the most part, everything kind of got pulled out and just thrown back in. Relearn? Yeah. I'm going to my bin in the garage and stuff.
That way you can just grab an apple and so we got a show right here. I'm gonna let you guys start serving. So get your message. So I'm gonna have you guys take on this one first. So that way you can so you have your message, please.
Yeah, no, I was excited. That's a good one. Grab your son and we'll. Yep, right here. Yeah.
All right.
I think he needs to catch his breath.
Hey, I got this. Dedication.
That's yeah. It's like, man, well, this is what we do.
That's right.
Heard a coyote.
Huh?
I heard a coyote.
Did you?
And in far distance.
That is a video, yeah.
Yeah, so why are we standing for a picture?
Why not?
When did he buy a video camera?
A long time ago.
Oh.
Is the camera different? Or is it just the front?
It's a video camera.
No, it's an actual legitimate video camera.
Hey, that's my shirt!
Hey, that's my shirt! Hey, that's my shirt!
That's my shirt!
My
You wear
shirt!
my shirt!
Oh, well now they're here.
That's
and
my
this
shirt.
This joke doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know that my camera records at 1080p 60 FPS?
I bet his records better.
Is that HD?
Yeah, no shit.
Full HD, Drew.
Whoa, Ryan.
Full.
Whoa!
It's not 720 HD, it's 1080.
Put this away. You can take this bowl over there, dump out the cheese. Good. Oh, I thought
Did you know that I had a cut. Mr. Herder then there was bleach all over the inside of the sink.
There's a lot of things you can do. Put away the seasoning, olive oil, return it.
And guess what?
Whatever it needs to take.
Guess what? I'm still alive.
Where's that empty? Where's that empty?
Trash can. Trash bag. What?
No, the joke is again, make sure you take out all the stuff and get out all the scraps and lick it. Or just lick it, lick it real nice. Lick it.
Be careful. Egg yolk on the bottom left. Ryan, you want this?
What?
It's straight tortilla.
Yo, I want that. Don't give it to Colton.
Put that side. What? Just throw it away.
No, take that one.
Oh, you want to use this one?
So, okay. Do that.
You can just toss it in the
We'll just go through the, we'll take the sponge and go through the
Oh, it's a cool. He's probably going to well.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is take that sponge and bring it out.
You want to do some last minute cleaning over here?
Yeah.
Or do you want to come with us?
I'll go with you.
Alright.
You got it?
Feet past that spigot. Keep going, guys.
Should be sharp enough for this demonstration.
So basically, first aid for simple parts and scrapes. How do you think you? There's different steps.
You know what? We're actually gonna go around and then
That's the first step, but that's kind of close. Yeah, that's the first step. So you want to wash it first with soap and water, and then apply the triple antibiotic ointment, which we just.
I bet you we did. We have to all that stuff. What?
Apply adapter. But you don't necessarily have to apply that.
But you said something important.
And to stop bleeding,
Right now it's nice. Right now it's nice and cold.
Oh, guys, I need someone's arm. I need a volunteer, guys.
Yeah, I know. I saw it.
So, blood right there. Oh my god. So, hold pressure. Hold this. Hold pressure on it.
They're having the actor right there.
No, that one. This.
No, that's where we're.
So, what is your actor? What do I do?
Well, I
take it off
actually
now?
I want to put it right
It's
between
going
the
from
trees.
that to this tree, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going from this tree to that
Not
tree.
take it off.
Yeah, it would be 10 feet away from the axe yard. Since we've already chosen our axe yard position, go find those two trees.
It isn't.
Those two trees in the shade.
Now it's
Right there.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, then you add more dogs. You actually add a pad. So,
I challenge thee to an axe
You want
fight.
like a size possible.
It's a sword.
Yes, yes.
So what if it's not a sword? Are you judging him for his sword size?
Yeah, but you also want to clean the wound. I challenge you.
Yes.
That sums it up.
One pair of eyes.
So the next one is so. Do you remember what we used to put on this?
Yeah, it's in there.
I challenge you to a quick fight.
Wait, you guys know
We'll get it in a minute.
is?
Something that's like
You still need to wait for
friction,
paracord.
and then like your skin separates and then like liquid goes.
Yeah. So
Daddy,
they no, like
I got this.
like
Well, like, for example, when you go like hiking or
I'm lifting weights, trying to deadlifts and things like this.
yeah, so you want to have the right fit of shoes, and hiking boots you want them to be like one size above your actual foot size. So I'm size 8, but my hiking shoe is size 9. So
make sure it's like comfortable, it's not too loose.
make sure you have rippable socks.
First degree, that it doesn't matter because it's all on the top and you can just put this on and it cools it down. Second, third, it goes inside, it's gonna block the heat inside, it's gonna make it a lot worse.
Remember you tried to do that?
Yeah, I did it to him and he had a second degree and it was really bad.
So basically, I got a second degree burn from holding on to it. It goes like a lot. Basically, a scald is a burn from hot water.
Whichever, yeah.
So to treat a first degree burn, you basically just hold the injured area under cold water or applying cold compresses until there is little or no pain.
So just like put, for example, if you got like your finger burnt, just just run your finger under cold water, or like get like, for example, like wet bandanas, like just keep like pressing your injured area until there's like no pain left.
Yeah. And you could also, if you want, you could like apply this after. Yeah, but
So just keep applying like cold compress or cold water until the pain goes away.
alright. Now we're moving on to
Wait, no. Look at how
remember I
low
told
that
you
is.
guys about
You
ticks.
guys made that one too low.
You guys know what ticks is?
Get off. Get off. You're gonna fall back.
Oh, you
Brother,
can
get
be
off.
everybody on these scouts.
Everybody get off.
Brown, recruit.
Yeah, so black widows are brown.
touching my armpit, bro.
So black widows are really good type.
Where are you gonna put your
So on this one, bitten by these, you can't really treat it. So you want to get immediate
Why didn't you put yours here?
Younger scouts go under. That's on the ear. Lower that one down for me.
Shock is your body moves down. It's not like going down. Put a thermal on it, like the oil,
Where I need the buddy.
to go where?
Finger.
So, I'm sure gonna win the interview. What did you basically when you get check how easy it is. You can use the dull edge of a knife to get the finger out. Make sure it's that easy.
I gotta make it go.
Venomous snake type, venomous snake, for example, like wild snake.
I like it.
Alright, venomous snake bites.
Right, with sunglasses on, I have no depth perception of this.
Do you have my
Why do you want to
Well,
No, it's right there. It's right there.
there's a spigot right there. That's too far away. Very well.
It's right.
Too far away.
I'm still over here.
It's like really close to the pipe.
Yeah, there was
Used to be tilt your head back, but if you tilt your head back, then all that blood is like traveling down your throat and like suffocates you.
It's not that one. That was mine. This one.
Basically, if I would have got that one split in half, so that would have two
Yeah, see, this one's yours.
Somebody, you want me to go get Big Bertha?
No. Somebody named it Big Bertha. Is it the biggest of all the Scouts knives?
I'll go. Oh, yeah.
No, I haven't.
He just pushed
Cold.
crap.
I think I got this one before he got that one. I got this one before he got that one.
You've had that one for a long time.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Surprisingly, for a branded knife, it's held up really well.
Alright, so you got that one?
Yeah, but you haven't been out here using it much.
Yeah, you're right.
Just like your skin having contact.
But I mean, when I was.
Oh, I got the block.
And your skin, your fingers,
Yes.
or your toes, you're usually how this is.
Oh, yeah.
Why not? It's gonna get chopped.
So, here, we'll flip around.
No, I don't think it was. You break down.
No.
Chop that one in half.
Yeah, and then they start to slip it.
Yeah, that's why you go to the doctor. I'm good. And then please tell me how
They're pretty deep.
So if you get like a
this.
animal bite, then what you can do is that you can treat just like treat just like
I only rub my eyes.
you can wash the area.
Not with this axe. No, it's actually
And also make sure you identify like
Yeah, but if it's like a rabid animal and you think it's a rabid animal, then don't try to kill the animal. Try to write down like, what animal it is, like the. Yeah, okay, yeah, so just go to page 134.
It's nice and cold in there. Inside the wood. It's cold.
Yeah, so what you want to do is
You want me to get your safety protection so you don't cut your hand?
and then you want to slowly pull it in the direction that you take safety protection. You must do as you teach me. Like this, right? And then you want to pull it out with that. Don't just do it in front of it. Right? So yeah, just like refer to the diagram.
I thought there was no way that.
You don't need a glove on the hand you're sawing with.
The other one, though. Because you're holding wood. Thanks. I did not think that little axe was going to get through this big log for the first swing. And then it did.
when it got a cut.
Yeah, because it just like buried itself, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Man swing it next time.
I did.
There you go, see?
Yeah.
Takes a little manning up.
Took 3 swings. Felt good.
What?
Felt good.
Felt good, okay.
Yeah.
You're accomplished.
I do feel accomplished. Oh, God.
Put it up on the log so you can see, so you can work on it. Well,
So, because then is it, don't you kneel on this so that you can't, you don't,
He's not responsive at all.
you're not going to stand? Yeah, okay. So same as an axe, but just smaller. Okay.
you're just gonna crouch over a little bit to do it.
But when you are kneeling, you kneel on the opposite knee that you're hitting with, like this, so that you don't hit your leg and you miss.
So,
Or is it the other way, or is it
the
just
other
two
way.
knees?
So it's like this. You're chopping here, right?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so what happens, right, is sometimes when someone gets in there, they go into shock, and when they start to like
And now when you turn up,
they start to like get like really nervous, like then they go into shock, like your body kind of freezes up. So what you want to do for that is two different methods. You can either lie them down and like if you're
Mission to have that.
for example, if you get
yeah, I was able to do that on small logs with this knife. It's still full tang.
Is that where I'm gonna mix it? Right.
So,
And it's got a wide back.
it does have a wide back.
I got another saw in my truck.
It's got a ferro rod.
So that's the whole idea of having the whole idea of having that fat back on it.
Yeah.
So you can use it as a log.
buying this, it wasn't gonna last too long because it was like a branded, but it's a Gerber knife, and so.
But it's a full tank.
It is full tank.
So that's the difference. If it's not a full tank, the handle and the knife come separate.
Yeah.
So full tank knife. And so this one here, I took the old handle off.
Right, I can see.
And I paracoiled it. So you can take that handle off, roll the rivets out, and do whatever you want. You can do a leather.
There are no
wrap on
rivets
it.
actually. They're star nuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you can use leather. You can use paracord. You could make like G10 scales. You could do carbon, whatever you want. You can get.
Well, let's be honest. I find this handle to be really comfortable.
That's all.
So
if it's got a sharp edge on it, you can sand it off. That material.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that's like the size of my hand now fits perfect contours. So I don't really feel the need to change. Okay, so wait. How do you do it? Wait, how do you get up in there, dude?
Why don't you put things in the bag?
Okay, and then you see this loop right here. You're just gonna pick it.
Do you just like climb from hammock to hammock, or do you jump, or do you like?
No, I just get.
No, you do not. He does. Oh my god.
He did it all in one motion the first time, and it was.
Oh my god!
Thanks. He did it all in one motion the first time, and it was.
The actual.
And then you're gonna take this.
Okay, relax.
Don't pull here.
Wait, you want to dump me?
And that.
Try.
Whoa! Okay, bud. Hey.
Okay, ready?
Let's hang out.
Whoa, you're done.
No, leave it there.
Your hair looks so weird.
Leave it.
Guys, look at his hair.
No, I
My
don't
mom
know.
gave me a thing.
She's stuck out.
My head's tight on here.
Next one. There. I'll go like that. Who thought oranges were
This is
Yeah, you got it, right? Other than the top part. Okay, Naveen, this is like,
Because you're trying to carry somebody? Do that again. You're not going clear up the arm. It's in your wrist. Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm doing it. Hold on. I'll grab that.
That's not working.
Well.
How's that not working?
Wait for soap. Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Guys, you're joining your arms too long.
No, it's harder to
No, it's like
Okay, I'm gonna go first. Go down, boys.
I don't want to touch you. Okay, how let's go to the class now. Let's go do that. I don't know how good it is. Let's go try.
Carry something like this. Brace here and a brace here. Because that's how you know when you're through. That's where they stop the time.
No, we need cake.
That's how you guys want
What? Okay. Uh-oh. Ear infection? No? Is it like an earache, or it's just sore from you, like you slept with your ear?
I don't know what you're doing standing over there. You're standing over there.
Maybe there's a tick in there. Maybe it's a tick. I've had 2 ticks on me today. Well, one last time today. I don't understand how dogs find. When did it start?
I'm in 25 feet arm.
Well, you know what? I like 25 chocolate and cake under the minute, yeah?
Oh, the other jack, the
Okay, you want to try it? Me, I want to try it. You want to try it? I want some cake. Hey, can I try it? Does this one have a requirement? This one have a requirement?
There's somebody that had a cockroach in their food for 3 days.
okay, one more jack.
No, I give up.
Township class now.
Permission to enter action.
Farming and looking at
No.
his legs, looking around.
Oh, gosh. You want to move anything else out? Here, I'll bring it for
Look at my hand.
Just
Alright.
not gonna reach the line, girl.
How we're gonna do this is, first thing you're gonna learn is saw. Alright, wait, you want to see knife first or saw?
You can go ahead.
I really hope there's
We're gonna learn
not
not
my
saw
ear.
first.
That's it for both doing that.
This is an axe, I know. We're gonna learn saw.
I'm
You're
pretty
gonna
low.
learn safety of saw.
And then my jacket's all the way intense, so.
I don't want to drink Mocho's water.
What will you do?
We have safety equipment here.
Crazy.
Gloves.
Okay, so you're
Will be for
No, you can sit on a chair.
My hands are wet.
And they have stuff, some random country and stuff to make it even better.
Huh?
You like how they add that to make it better?
Alright. Saw, how do you use this saw? Is it not saw? So, there's a knob right here. Push it down to unlock.
I'm just gonna watch one more.
Oh!
Please.
Number 2,
Just
pull it.
one
Explaining.
Just one more, please.
I like, yeah.
Close it. Now,
No, this is not enough woods,
Because it actually has a saw.
Actually feels already comfortably warming.
right here.
Pepper.
And it happens to be more black.
Like soda straight.
Yeah, I do. Actually, you're right. I just want to.
But I like
You just kind of stand there.
Around 360 circle. Up. It's your blood circle. Once you verify it's clear, I need a buddy.
If anything hits that blood circle, either you need to find another place to do it within the axe yard or clear the place you are planning to saw.
So,
This is for your safety.
I'm gonna have my buddy Ryan help me out.
Yo. Oh,
I need you to hold it.
what do you want me to do?
I need you to hold on. So, your buddy's okay. All he's gonna do.
Can you pass me one of those gloves? Always wear your safety protection. If you're having somebody hold,
They get to wear the gloves.
they have to wear the gloves. You using the saw should be wearing eyes.
So,
You don't want to get
You should wear
squishers,
eyes.
and you also want to wear the safety
Are yours
glasses
safety rated
so
though?
you don't have any wood
No.
or objects flying in your eye.
so, you ready to safety equipment? So we're gonna cut through this saw. So a little thing, this saw is a little bit different. You're gonna hold your dominant hand here, least dominant hand on top. You're gonna apply pressure, not a lot. I'm gonna get it started for you guys. When you guys are first starting through, it's one direction. It's slow and it sucks.
But it'll keep the saw from jumping.
One direction. When you finally start getting through, you can saw back and forth. But for now,
Once you can't see the teeth anymore, the teeth are the sharp points on the bottom. Once you can't see those anymore, you're okay to go forward and backward.
use the full length of the saw as well. That helps. Alright? First thing people, in here, what do you say?
Wait. Okay, you know what? You're all lined up. That's fine.
Alright?
We're gonna start on the left side, and we'll work our way down so y'all can get a chance to try the saw. Okay? Just take it away.
Alright, first thing people. Granted. Go over on under. Alright, one thing I forgot to go over was passing the saw.
Yes. Oh, here, I got you.
You got it? Alright.
No, like I'll be your buddy to pass it to.
Same one, right? So, when you're passing a saw, make sure the teeth is away from you or your buddy. Don't point it this way. This way. That way, if you need to drop it, it won't land on any of our arms. Alright? Make sure your hand is high up on the saw.
And don't grab cross body. Grab with the same side. Thank you. And always say thank you. That way they know to release. That way you have a firm grip. Because if they let go of the saw before you have a firm grip, bye-bye skin.
Thank you. There you go. So, who's cutting first?
You want to go first? Okay.
Grab the goggles.
Yeah, we're gonna have you put on the. Actually, no, he's wearing prescription. That's fine. Is that those are prescription? Okay. Then he can wear the eyes. You're also gonna put on these yellow gloves right here, just to protect your hands from splinters and getting cut from the grabbing it. Yes.
All right.
Hold it straight out at
Extend
arm's
your
length.
arm. You want your arm
Spin in a circle. There you go.
What else do you
Now check up. Down. You're clear. Okay, which means you can come up on him.
Go.
To grab the log.
You need to grab the log. Keep it still.
You can get closer up. He's not gonna jump out of the groove.
So.
Put a hand like up here so that it doesn't work. I was just taking a look. If you want to switch groups.
I'll switch pairs first.
Okay. Yeah, switch pairs.
Alright, yeah.
And keep
No.
the blade.
You want to extend it so that way the blade's here, hand here. Right?
Yes.
Hold it tight.
Yep.
What do you say? Take out the gloves, it's easier.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, right hand, that's the right hand.
Make sure you have a strong grip on it
Oh,
before
wait,
you
no,
say
yeah.
thank you.
There we go.
No, one hand.
One hand.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
That's it, fast enough. You got the gloves? Alright. What's first? What do you do first?
Oh, don't fall.
Don't fall, please.
Hold
Alright.
it out.
Extend your arm, good.
Good job. Check.
What else?
Check above your head, because if you pick it up.
No.
No. With the. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Get on the log. Okay, so.
So you guys are gonna get a minute to solve each.
Up, slow it up.
You guys mess up.
Set it in. Alright. There you go. Now side. Okay, taking little strokes. You already get the stone. Okay, do that. You have to go. Don't go fast. Don't go too slow either.
You don't need to push down too much. Just let the weight of the saw. Just focus on keeping that cadence. You will recite to us permission to exit the accident. We will then say granted or denied, in which case you can go or not go. So, what are you guys going to say?
Exit or extra.
Granted. Now you guys may leave.
Next group. Granted for you.
Granted. Come on in, guys.
So. Start first.
Oh, wait.
Done.
Vincent, wait, don't you cut that off?
Alright, now we're on. Oh no, yep, never mind, you're good.
We're
I don't have anything smaller.
I mean, we do.
We do.
But it's better to give everybody a chance in the same group.
We have that blue one on the log.
Hey Sam, do you want the sound
What do you do first? Back off.
Yeah, you should probably
What do you do first?
go to us.
Yeah. Extend your arm out. Don't go so
And
fast.
don't spin so fast, because he was almost in your blood circle. He was like this far away from the end of your act, your saw.
Swing.
head.
Good.
Awesome.
Now you clear the saw. You can come back in.
Yeah, you can come forward.
Hold the log. Yes, I can.
That's
Oh, I'm not ketchup.
Oh no.
I'm blacking out. If you would have had that stuff, but that stuff sucks.
Alex, tell him what the Nissan is.
What?
Tell him what the Nissan is.
Alright, switch off. Don't set it down. You're passing it off, remember? There you go, you're doing good. Alright. So now what you can do, give the gloves to him.
Remember how to pass it off properly.
You pass it off properly. You
Okay.
got to get the gloves off.
Okay.
No, what do you do first?
I should figure you're gonna catch it if I don't mind.
Alright, that's good. Good. Alright, you clear the saw. Get on the log. Hold it down tight.
I think we actually go right up to the parking lot. There's actually a Nissan trail that goes all the way back. Have you been on that one? That goes all the way back to the other street.
Maybe you
Have you done that one now?
Ryan, you know you can use my chair whenever, right? Oh, never. Alright, you're good. Take the saw out, set it down. There you go. Gloves off. Goggles on the gloves. Thank you. Brandon.
Harder.
It'll be over.
Okay.
Double check.
Cool, yeah.
And you probably never mentioned my last name harder.
Yeah? You're good. You clear the saw?
Yo, Alex.
Alright, you good? Pass it off. Yep. Put on the gloves first.
Just be careful when you pull the tarp back because there might be rattlesnakes under there too.
Clear the saw. Okay.
Dylan, we'll be right here next weekend too.
That hatchet is dull as hell. That was the hatchet that this was Yeah, it's like a 50-year-old hatchet. I'm surprised it's not all rusted up. Here, I'll moderate these guys up.
Wow. Look what he's got.
Bury that edge back in the wood when you leave.
Actually, over there in the back there.
Like all the way in the wood.
Messed up.
It's fine. Good job. Any other final stuff you want to go over?
Ready to go. Backpacking tours.
See what we got.
Probably right over here. I'm going to carry that. Set up
Well, we can't really do that.
You want to do axe first, then knives? I think axe is better to get. Start keeping that in. No, we'll do axe.
Okay.
Then
So
we'll do
up
pocket
next
knife
we
last.
have X.
Axe. This is the fun one. Well, they're all fun, but this is the most fun one.
This is the most one.
Don't put this one off. We have other axes.
I know.
Huh? We do not get to throw knives or tomahawks today. I apologize. That is not part of tote and shit. I know, it sucks.
We need tone chip to do it white shit, right? We need the tone chip to throw it.
Yes. Yes.
But do we have to be 14 or up, or is it just toe
Nope.
chip?
Just toe chip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just toe chip.
So it's the fact that you know everything, not your age.
Okay, here. We'll put the log.
This is
Cutting
where I
through
go back
branches
over
for
where my
shelter
coffee
making.
cup is.
So passing off an axe
You can
is
get
very
up there
similar
like
to
this,
passing
go.
off a saw because the saw was also part axe. You want to turn the axe upside down, and you want the blade facing away. If I'm passing with this hand, I want the blade to be facing towards my elbow.
He's like,
If
don't
I'm
worry,
passing with
that'll
this
happen
hand,
for me.
make it facing towards this elbow. That's kind of a quick way to
I'm ready.
think of it.
Got it on video and everything.
So if he wants my axe, and I pass it to him, I do not let go until he says thank you. Now I can let go. Because if we drop it, we have feet. And it hurts when big heavy metal objects, regardless of if they have a blade, hit your
That way
foot.
when you face plant, it won't break the
So, thank you. Proper care is important. You want to store it in a dry place away from dirt and sand. So,
That was
I
slick.
mean, if we're using it,
Not gonna lie.
setting it up against this log here, I can just do this because we're using it. But if I was going to store it for the long term, I would most likely have a shed, and I would put it in and make sure that it doesn't get wet, because getting the handle wet can degrade the axe and make it unsafe when swinging, because the head can fly off if it's not in there securely. So to sharpen your axe, you want to take a file and you want to put it up like this. So he's going to grab me a file. You always want to keep your axe sharp. It's safer when it's sharp, contrary to popular belief.
Oh,
Same with
nice.
knives.
You got a one up.
The duller they are, the more erratic the cutting is. Thank you. And it isn't as safe because you can cut yourself even though it's dull.
That's rotational momentum.
So you take the file and you put it
You're gonna do that
at a
about
30-degree
100 times
angle
to
to
stick
the
that
edge,
one landing.
and then you run the entire length of the file.
Well, first I gotta look.
And so that way you can keep your axe sharp, and one splits easier, and two, it's safer for everybody in the long run. So when you are, move it out of the way so you can see. So when you're preparing to split a log, you want to do the same thing with your blood circle. You can hold it out, spin in a circle, so that you're not hitting anything if you were to swing it out. And you come up so that there are no branches that you might catch, because that sucks. You want to wear your eyes always, because chips fly, and it sucks when you get hit in the face with a chip. Your gloves, what? Your gloves will protect you somewhat from the blade if you manage to grab it. And it will just protect you from getting blisters and burns from rubbing your hands along the axe. When you're chopping, keep your legs about shoulder width apart, so that if you miss, it goes into the ground and not into your leg. Comment. So you want to, when you swing, you want to start with your hand up near the head, and then as you bring the axe down, slide your hands together and let the weight of the axe do the work. You can hit really hard if you wish, but if you're just starting, you just let the weight of the axe do the work so that you don't get tired out. So then you raise it up over your head, and you come down. Whoa! That went right into the side of my boot, didn't it?
Let me see.
Yeah, nice.
You're supposed to lean forward, you dingo.
Take a half step forward.
Hey, you dingo.
Nice. Things happen. I want to point out, things will happen. My feet were apart. I swang, and I still came into the side of my boot.
Right here, you guys can see.
He cut his
Hey, Mr.
Yeah.
Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter.
Here, take this.
He's like, look, he's like,
Yeah.
he's got his food.
Can I see?
Right into the side of the boot, big
He's
boys.
like, look, this is how you do it.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I just got my boot open.
Look later.
Yes.
No, this is little thing.
This is why I stress. You know, this is actually a really good teaching point, even though I really couldn't have helped that. I mean, I could have. Swang a little bit calmer. I swang pretty hard. But safety is very stressed. That's why you want your feet apart, Because if my feet weren't apart, that would have gone right into the top of my foot. And it would have
Look
hurt.
at it. Look at it.
Right into the side.
That's why you wear good footwear, right?
Yeah! Your tennis shoes wouldn't have done.
So are we gonna have a proper demonstration?
Vincent, you want to?
Or is this where I need to come help?
No, it's fine.
First aid right over here.
Now we're good. It's fine. Thank
That
you.
was almost bad.
Alright.
This is why safety is stressed.
When you're cutting a log like this,
But not like as in a cutaway, as in like a slim.
Yeah, that's honestly not that hard.
Huh? It split a lot easier than I thought it was going to.
I can tell.
Huh? Yeah, I can see. Now I can see that.
So you also gotta know what you're cutting.
I don't think I can even reach it. I think this is good.
You're cutting a log like this.
Oh my god, Drew.
And you try to split it in half.
You're raising sticks.
Oh, the beak.
Were you gonna go over how to like
1, 2.
you cut it halfway?
And just keep cutting.
How you like
And just
pick it
like
up and
pick
drop
it
But
up
once
and
you
drop
get
it.
like
Yeah, I'll go over
closer
that.
down,
I don't know.
splitting it.
I don't know how,
It
but
might go all the way
Straight
through. You'll probably have to just go like this and start it the same way you end it.
Grab your axe.
I don't want this.
well, these boots are done.
They're not waterproof anymore.
No, they're
That's
not.
my first thought. Oh, he's not waterproof anymore. Not is he okay?
I will be back.
Oh shoot.
Oh, shoot. This is that tape over once again.
Alright. Make sure when you're holding your axe and you're about to swing, dominant hand on top. So that way when you swing, it slides down. See how I have my hand wet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not really good. I haven't used the axe in like a couple years.
Like the highest was supposed to
Yeah.
I sliced my whole Achilles. Oh.
You can probably put it a couple inches higher.
It is.
And I don't know if you went over how to carry an axe, but you want to carry your axe by the head.
Yeah, I have
this.
yeah.
You want only one axe per hand. So that way, if you fall, you trip and fall, you can just throw your axe down like that. Alright?
Because it was termites that split. We're not
Okay.
These boots are getting too small.
What about probably come against the money you like?
No, they are. They're 12s and I'm a 13.
I'm sure they are.
They're 12s and I'm a 13. And so my feet are, my toes are touching the end. My dad got want to buy me boots.
Same place each time. Go right back to the boots.
Okay, wait.
Look like a chicken.
This is a specialty cut.
Big thing, keep your feet apart from each other.
Yeah, spread your legs out farther.
There you go. A little bit harder, you're not going to go anywhere with that.
This is hard for me to get into.
There you go.
Earlier.
That's how I'm telling you. Slowly slide your hand down to
Go.
early.
Did you show how to do the sideways?
Yeah, you tried?
I realized I didn't know how to do it.
Okay, I'll teach you.
It's not, no. Oh, now you
Feet apart.
Yeah, now you're on.
A little bit.
I hung my back.
Shut up. Yeah. So, when you're chopping, the first swing is going to keep out. Side diagonal cuts.
And when you saw it,
And then
Give it all I got.
And then when you come onto the other side, you do not have to do it like that. Actually, I recommend you do it like this. You switch hands. You go from here to here. And you hit again. You switch hands, and you hit again. I do it like this. But yeah. Why don't we do kinda.
That one texture is pretty bad.
Pass it off, Ryan!
Chill!
Yeah, Ryan's having fun.
I am having fun.
Watch your foot.
I am.
And your other one.
Nah, that one's okay.
Alright. What do you say?
Okay, I got to have some fun. Also, you get hit with the chip.
You don't?
It's your fault.
Oh, why does the act guard so big and you're using it?
I'll give
Ghostbusters!
2.76 or something. 2.76.
Like a baseball bat. You know they hold like this?
I go wait.
Straight down. Straight down. Don't go sideways. Straight down.
It seems like it's working.
Yeah, we're gonna go through the motions again, okay? We're gonna have your hands apart. Put your hand all the way to the top. Bring it up over your head. Put your hands almost right here. Slide your hand down. One more time. Hands overhead. Now do that all together. Perfect.
Wait, when does there just try to get your hand all the way to
There you go. Perfect. Okay. You want to think about this? Check where you're at. Put the axe. Okay. When you kind of lean forward to hit, it'll hit them.
Wait, that guy died.
Yeah.
Keep your feet wide. Okay.
That's true, that's true.
Make your hands hit at the bottom, remember? Perfect! Good job.
I think maybe 11. As soon as classes are done.
There you go.
After the knots class.
Okay, so.
The knots is straight because it's 12 o'clock.
Okay. No.
That is locked.
Because they're going to be in the front anyway. They're going to meet in baseball. So, here. Alright, so if you can read the logo upside down, you're holding it. And then it's here. Here, make sure you slide your hand all the way to the bottom. There! Back up one step. Okay, right there. Perfect.
Alright, just squirt it in your mouth.
Was that last one?
Perfect.
You need to angle it.
Remember, check how far you are.
You can put it on the table.
So take both of your hands and the axe, and you should be able to touch it to the middle.
That wasn't here, was it?
Perfect. Right there.
I will wait for you.
Don't trust, then it was, then before that.
I will wait. There it goes.
It's like John, wait, man. No.
So, okay, you want to take a swing at this? I'm actually impressed.
What you reading?
Oh,
Okay.
look at that.
Okay, so do you remember how to take it out now?
Okay, that was like. That's impressive.
You can just kind of wiggle it out.
So my brother thought it was like 8:30, it was
Step
actually
on it,
7.
that's fine.
What? It was so late.
Go forward. Try going forward.
Spiral.
No, it's 8:10.
Oh my God.
Here. Oh, there you go.
You're trying to break it, so.
Have you swung an axe before?
That's a lie.
Twice. Okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna need to take this
Yeah,
from
but
you.
it's so weird because only
I'm gonna need to take this from you.
Permission to leave
All
I like this guy.
Okay, we're never gonna win. I'm on autopilot.
I hit
I know.
Shut
up.
I hit like I crossed that.
You're good at.
Okay.
You're
I'm
more
good at
like
the edge method, except for the edge part.
The actual sharp.
Yeah, you just the.
Okay,
Just
so we're gonna go through the motion. You're gonna hold it up above your head. Bring it out in front of you. Hands meet. Follow through. One more time.
Almost done.
From the front. Okay,
Honestly, I think Brian should have been moving out of the axe.
make sure your hands
Next time we
meet
go
the
to
bottom.
Camp Ray, he's on axe.
I know, dude, he's on axe. Hell yeah. You can be back a little bit.
Recording
Like half a step forward.
Ryan or Frank is qualified.
grab it by the arm with 2 hands. Pull back. And tap the bar.
Found my phone and then it had the seats on. Hey, you wanna go to our tent?
I will split it before you.
Go back there. He's like, what is this? So what?
Okay, so if it gets one of the easiest ways is you can just put your foot on and then bend it up forward because just pull back with your foot and pull forward and then it'll pull.
And
there you go.
Cole can get back. They need to start teaching so we can get lunch.
Bottom of the axe. Can I help you? Dominic, I don't. Yeah, you need to get separated. Break the middle. Yes, middle.
So, see how you're stepping forward when you spit up?
So I need 12 like walking steps. 12. I need 6. What? 6 5s and I do wrong. 12 older steps.
Wow. I'm teaching firemanship with me and Cole.
If you guys need help, I can help you.
We all
Like
need help.
wood shavings and
We all need stuff.
okay?
I'm Michael Jordan.
I'll
Stop.
help you guys with wood shaving. Yeah. Then like Tinder, I can look for. Can you?
We're gonna be. You want me to swing on it? Huh?
Forgot to go over that.
What?
If it's already in the wood.
Store.
That's because we had a big log.
Right in.
So if it's in the wood like that,
Just pick it up and drop it.
so anyway, back to knife. So,
Back to knives.
you're whittling.
The store.
At the store.
At the quartermaster store. My eyes are dim. I cannot see. I have no inspection.
Alright, whittle away,
Dominic hanging in a hammock at the store.
whittle like this. Watch
What?
it out.
You guys watch the website.
Alright, I can miss.
As in like
Here,
name.
here. I can hurt
Oh,
myself.
that's a Speedy boy. That's a Spidey.
Spidey boy. That's a Spidey boy.
Well,
I like
knife.
Spidey boys. When my friends were
There's
joking
a lot.
about how Shaggy
Go like this.
was able to hold down
Thing right
down
here
this part.
that I should push. Okay. See it moving, right?
Dude, Fortnite,
Take it. Push your finger a little bit. Now, I don't need to hold on to the lock.
Don,
Or pick up this chair. Or use 2 hands.
Bro, what are you gonna
Right, I need your water bottle.
Why?
Water. Why don't you go upside down?
do? Okay.
Oh yeah.
When you're passing off a knife.
Nah.
When you're passing off a knife,
That's not how we do.
back part of your blade towards your palm. Right?
No.
Plus, K. Swan not a B. Store. Swan not B. Quartermaster store.
What do you need for the? What do you need for the? You're telling me how to use an axe?
Yeah.
Now, if you say that to me, I'd kind of think about it. But like.
Keeps driving. The way to the block.
Alright, open the knife.
But not right here.
hey, if you just whittled, you're not done. You have one more.
That's why this is gonna be hard to split.
Open it.
Anything other than a big axe.
No. You don't want to enclose your fingers around it. That's how you cut yourself.
It's wood. Get a piece of Doug first. Get a piece of Doug first.
No, I think it's the one. Yeah, I think it's the other one. You're trying to get small pieces, aren't you? That piece right there.
This is what he's talking about.
Yeah. See all the sound? That burns really good. So, you should be swinging an axe like this. This sucks.
Alright,
Yeah.
hold the knife.
That's what you should use. If you're trying to split, that's what you use. Smaller axe, not necessarily for splitting. Okay, the other thing is if you're going to swing an axe, you're not going to swing from there. Who's in front of you? You want to swing in such a way so it flies out of your hands.
I do know it's from us.
So that, now, if you're going from there, you're blanching the blow.
Okay.
Now, set, put your max and reach. So for me, I'm a little different. I do, most people do like a baseball bat, they're right-handed. I don't. But for me, that's where I'm going to hit every time. So when you set, that's your reach.
What?
You probably are left hand forward.
So, because there's like the blade, right? I hit with the back half of the blade.
Okay, then you want your legs set, shoulder width apart, and reach. That's where you want the axe.
Mr. Harder.
You're leaning.
By a long shot.
Broken axe handle.
Step forward. You're leaning.
And it hit
There
the
you
wood, and it split the handle of the shield.
Go back a half a step. There. Now,
He was.
when you swing that thing,
So-
don't go. Right?
Really?
He just was.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I don't want to water bottle. Alright, so this is called a whetstone. This is what you use to sharpen your knife.
Huh?
Okay. I have here
Let's see.
this knife.
Oh, look at that. Dead on, huh?
So now do I do
And
it
this knife
upside
that
down?
we did sharpen now.
So take it out.
So,
Who else?
how you're gonna hold your whetstone is on the side. Make sure that your fingers do not cross over, or like this, on top of the whetstone.
You want small pieces, right?
So, put your whetstone, take your knife, 30 or 40 degree angle, across.
First miss, hit my boot.
I think
Wanna
that's
not too
what
wet?
yeah.
Broken axe handle.
I don't know why.
Because I hit too far back and I sank the axe.
There are dry
Like,
stones,
smashed
those aren't
into
as
the wood,
effective.
And I broke
He's got
an
his
axe
little
handle,
terrible
by
one.
an axe
Maybe
handle.
earlier? I don't know.
Alright,
Alright, so you can
So-
teach fire.
cross.
Check
And
your
you want to
reach.
do it the same other side of the blade. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we'll get the turn. But you're in line. Alright. So you do it. Close your knife.
Roll lift up.
I'm not worried about you guys. If you close your knife, you just gotta pass it off. Right?
I gotta make it lower
That's the
because
stupidest idea I've ever heard.
Oh, you're one to talk, Ryan.
How? How?
You used.
You're alive.
How?
That's why.
How am I one to talk, Dylan?
honestly though,
Right. You want to talk because you're alive.
right. Honestly, you can say whatever you want. I feel pretty good because Mr. Harder said it was. What did he say it was? What were the words he used? Slick or something? He said it was pretty slick. So.
That's pretty rad.
Pretty slick.
Pretty rad.
So wait, how do you? Okay, I wanna.
You're out of my left ear now.
I think I have a case.
I want to hear this. I want to compare apples to oranges. Woo! I want to compare apples to
Why'd
oranges.
you take this off?
What happened? What'd he do?
What'd he do?
What did he do?
Play the game, respect the pain.
Did you slam your hand into the log in between the blade?
You hold this.
Nice one!
What did he do?
Fundamentals.
He slammed his hand. He didn't slide it down.
No, he didn't slam his hand.
What?
He way over swung and hit just on the wood, and the whole thing bounced back. So it's just like hitting a baseball with a wooden baseball bat when it stings your hands.
Oh, just like the shock from it?
Yeah.
Wait, I think I know. Grab it here. And then you go, you flip your body flat, and then you twist over. Right?
You want to try and
I'm not even tall.
It's so painful.
Okay, this is a sturdy tree. I need to bring that out.
Yeah, let's go, bud. Take one. by one. Wait, no, how does the song go? The ants go marching one by one.
Hurrah. Hurrah.
The ants go marching one by one. Hurrah. Hurrah. The ants go
Okay, I'm gonna try. I need you to be out there.
Let me pull my hammock.
Ready? I'm about to fall.
Dude, I want the sun off of my face.
Pick it up and just. Again. Why don't we all just live in hammocks? Who needs tents when we got hammocks? I go ultralight, man.
Actually, hammocks are much lighter than tents.
Yep, take it out.
They take up much less space.
Yeah.
And they're much more cost efficient. It's just
Much more what?
cost efficient.
Okay, so
It's
yeah,
just when
but
you start
then
adding things like rain flies and bug screen.
and then you need a range fly for it.
I just said that.
Oh.
Rain fly, and then you got the bug net. Then you got
So is it really more efficient?
yeah.
So it's time to get up. You still gotta get everything planned though. I'm not messing like.
Well, Sam just went out. I think he went out with Mrs. Harder
To find the trails.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, you can get everybody and let them all
Based
know
on
that
like
they've got to get ready.
Based on breakfast this whole morning, I think everything in the schedule has been moved up by like 30 minutes.
So, but that's besides the point. I think if we can get back onto the schedule, like
yeah.
I'll let her know we didn't forget about her. We're just getting stuff set up.
Be patient.
Never hang your hammock more than
Mr. Harder?
18 inches off.
Can we light it?
Yes, I read that on the instructions.
When is everybody else going to be here? So you just want to get it going?
Yeah.
Go for it. Because you need a decent bed of coals for flag retirements anyway. Remember that they always say, just when you think you had enough tinder and kindling, you don't have enough. See?
About a third of it.
When you think you have enough, keep going. When you think you have enough, double it.
Come on, keep going.
But when do you like
should we
when
get
you
more
double
grass?
it and then you think you have enough? When you
Should we help you guys get more grass?
Where is your kindling?
it's not. It's like just smoke.
What?
Where's your
Because,
kindling?
yeah, that's tinder.
It's on there. It's like pieces that look
No.
like
No, where's your kindling?
Your pile of kindling.
we used it.
You have no kindling.
It's all over
I think
there.
that's what he used to do. Or part.
No, just do the part, the second part.
What's your eight? Eight. That's what that was. Oh my god. You gotta make them thin. Like, go across. What are you doing?
I don't know, like what.
Do it like you're making, like, go down. Oh my god. It's actually kind of like that.
It's just going everywhere. It's not actually going anywhere.
You guys.
He's just like, what are we supposed to do? Doesn't have to shoot
Wizard stick too.
There you go. This is my scout something. Here.
Just
The bargaining spots I might put my hand and anywhere else that was loose. But I mostly want to make sure I get it off.
So one thing that you guys can do once you get that fire going, Drew, is behind
I
you,
don't care about those.
fold that tarp up, put it back
hands are
over here. That way in our
Like
pictures we don't
my
have a
harder
ugly
ones,
tarp.
you know.
Oh, okay.
But beware, there might be critters underneath that tarp.
Yeah, I saw something go under it earlier. I think like a chipmunk or something. Hey, blunt circle, Mr. Harder.
I wouldn't go that big yet.
Yep.
Come here, get into it.
Cool. I wouldn't go that big
You
yet.
get in the circle, you're gonna bleed.
So all these little pieces, just stack them on there.
Use the thin
Yeah.
ones. If you want, you can snap it.
You know you're taking them, but right.
Oh. Yeah, only slightly.
Keep in mind your shirt's probably polyester. You get it too close to there.
Okay. One fat hen.
One fat hen.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 big brown bears.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit running bears.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit running hares.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit running bears. 5 fat Fidji felines.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit running hares. 5 fat fidgety felines.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit running bears. 5 fat Fidji feline. 6 simple Simon selling salt and Siam.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit running hares. 5 fat fidgety felines. 6 simple Simon selling salt and Siam.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit running bears. 5 fat Fidji feline. 6 simple Simon selling salt and Siam.
Nice.
7 slimy sailors sipping sluice.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit running hares. 5 fat fidgety felines. 6 simple Simon selling salt and Siam. 7 slimy sailors sipping sluice.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit running bears. 5 fat Fidji feline. 6 simple Simon selling salt and Siam. 7 slimy sailors sipping sluice. 8 elongated elephants elevated on an escalator.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit running hares. 5 fat fidgety felines. 6 simple Simon selling salt and Siam. 7 slimy sailors sipping sluice. 8 elongated elephants elevated on escalators.
9.
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit riders. 5 fat Fidji felines. 6 simple Simon selling salt and Siam. 7 slimy sailors supping sluice. 8 elongated elephants elevated on escalator. 8 elongate elephants elevated on an escalator. 9 nasty nose nimbly nibbling on 9 nasty nose nimbriots. And 10 two-ton, two-tone transcontinental trucks or trailers traveling from Tallahassee, Tennessee to Tyler, Texas on 2 tanks of Texaco True Tress and 22 terrible tires. Twice!
One fat hen and a couple of ducks. 3 baby brown bears. 4 rabbit running hares. 5 fat fidgety felines. 6 simple Simon selling salt and Siam. 7 slimy sailors sipping sluice. 8 elongated elephants elevated on escalators. 9 nasty nose nimbriots. 9 nasty nose nimbriots. 10 two-ton transcontinental trucks traveling from Tallahassee, Tennessee, Tyler, Texas, on 2 tanks of Texaco True Tress and 22 terrible tires. Twice! Have taco time!
Okay. Nice.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's okay.
Rock and roll, of course!
Well, hands are hot and hands are low, and this is how we rock and roll.
His hands are high, his hands are low, and this is how he rocks and rolls. Rock, 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 rock and roll. Whoa! Rock, 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 rock and roll. Whoa!
Hey, Alex! What? How do you rock? Rock what? Rock and roll, of course. With my hands up high, my hands up low. This is how I rock and roll.
Hands up high, hands up low, and this is how he rocks and rolls. Rock, 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 rock and roll. Whoa! Rock, 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 rock and roll. Whoa!
Hey, Dylan!
Hey, what?
Hey, you!
Rock what?
Rock and roll, of course.
My hands are high, my hands are low, and this is how I rock.
What?
His hands are high, his hands are low, and this is how he rocks and rolls. Rock, 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 rock and roll. Woo! Rock, 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 rock and roll. Woo! Hey, Cole!
Hey, what?
How do you rock?
Rock what?
Rock and roll, of course.
My hands are high, my hands low. And this is how I rock and roll.
His hands are high, his hands are low, and this is how he rocks and rolls. Rock, 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 rock and roll. Woo! Rock, 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 rock and roll. Woo!
Hey, Drew.
Hey, what?
How do you rock?
Rock what?
Rock and roll, of course.
With my hands up high, my hands down low. This is how I rock and roll. His hands up high, his hands down low. This is how he rocks and rolls. Rock, 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 rock. rock, rock and roll. Rock, 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 rock and roll. Hey, Craig!
Hey, what?
How do you rock?
Rock what?
Rock and roll, of course.
With my hands so high, my hands so low. This is high.
This is how we rock and roll. Rock, 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 rock and roll. Rock, 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 rock and roll.
Hey, Hayden.
What?
How do you rock?
Rock what?
Rock and roll, of course.
My hands are high, my hands are low, and this is how I rock. Hey.
Hands high, hands low, and this is how we rock and roll. Rock, 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 rock and roll. Rock, 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 rock and roll.
Hey, Dominic.
Hey, what?
How do you...
They went to two little angels, all dressed in white, trying to get to heaven on the end of a kite, but the kite's chain broke and down they fell. Instead of going to heaven, they went to one little angel, all dressed in white, trying to get to heaven on the end of a kite, but the kite string broke and down they fell. Instead of going to heaven, they went to three little demons, all dressed in red, trying to get to heaven on the end of a thread, but the thread string broke and down they fell. Instead of going to heaven, they went to two little demons, all dressed in red, trying to get to heaven at the end of the thread, but the thread string broke and down they fell. Instead of going to heaven, they went to one little demon, all dressed in red, trying to get down at the end of the thread, but the thread string broke and down they fell. Instead of going to heaven, they went to bed.
Thank you.
Three little aliens all dressed in green, trying to get to heaven on the end of a string.
Oh, yeah. Three little what?
Aliens.
All dressed in green.
But the green string broke down the all.
Okay, this is the song that goes to the tune of Scott
Now
Vespers,
don't
okay?
you...
3, 2, 1. We live for you, we die for you. National Embalming School.
Wait, what?
We do our best to make you rest. National Embalming School. And when you die, we put you whole to put you into turn to coal. We live for you, we die for you. National Embalming School. Postmortem, postmortem, autopsy we must have. Postmortem, postmortem, autopsy we must have. We live for you, we die for you. National Embalming School. Slish, slash, cut the body, we must have a reason. Oh, that body shows it must be out of season. We live for you, we die for you. National Embalming School.
Sounded like a... There's a story here. It says, legend has it Lord Peyton Powell, the founder of Boy Scouts, always carried with him a small amount of ashes from his last campfire. In this way, he carried the spirit to the campfire with him as well. However, he built new fire. He spread those ashes into it, so the spirit of the old campfire lived into the new one. In continuing this tradition, ashes taken from one campfire are sprinkled into the flames of a new one. The next morning, when the ashes are cold, they are stirred, and each scout takes a little ashes along with them of the same campfire. And the ashes and their history are combined with the dates and places of all fires recorded and passed on. And in this tradition, only those present at this campfire ceremony carry ashes away from this ceremony. So we carry this friendship with us in these ashes from other campfires, with camaraderie, comrades in other lands. May the joining of the dead fires with the leaping flame symbolize once more the unbroken chain that binds scouting and Girl Guides of all nations together. With greetings from other brothers and stirring around the world, I add these ashes to the fellowship here to our campfire. If anybody else has ashes, please add them to our campfire. So I can tell you my ashes, where I got them. The gentleman I met back in 2003, I believe it was. He was at the 1965 World Jamboree. He was on staff. And he had, he was late, he told it. He was late, he overslept, showed up after breakfast, And so he was given the horrible tasks. So he was on escort duty that day. So he had to escort people around the jamboree. So his name's Carl Emmerich. So Carl gets dignitary duty that day. So he gets this little old lady and some other people that he has to walk around. This is this program area, this is this program. In true form as a scout, being pleasant, being polite. Spent all day with her and the people that were with her. And went on about his day. The day was over. Didn't think anything of it. 2 or 3 weeks later, he gets a delivery in the mail. In the mail is a box. Inside this box is a small can of ashes. And there was a letter in there from a lady that said, "Thank you for being such a great scout. You were so kind and showing us around." And thanked him for being so well. And then told the story of these ashes that were from her husband. He escorted Mrs. Baden-Powell around the jamboree. So she sent ashes to him. Now, there's a few of us that have recorded ashes where they have been. And they are on this list. So these ashes here started from 1907. They have been in all but one of the U.S. National Jamborees. They've been to Gilwell Park in England, where Baden-Powell held the first wood badge. They've been shared at the grave of Lord Baden-Powell in Kenya. They've been at campfires in Canada, lit by Lady Olive Baden-Powell. Through the Panama Canal, Mount St. Helens, Washington, USA. Ground Zero, World Trade Center, New York City. They've been through 46 known U.S. flag retirements, not counting the ones that have happened since the recording of this back in 2006, I believe. They've been to all 50 states, been to Algeria, Canada, Estonia, Ghana, Iceland, Jordan, Malaysia, Norway, Russia, Sweden, Switzerland, Vietnam, Taiwan, Scotland, Panama, Mexico, Kenya, India, Greece, the Falklands, Colombia, Australia, Austria, Denmark, Finland, Guatemala, Ireland, Korea, Morocco, the Philippines, South Africa, Thailand, Wales, Trinidad, Spain, Portugal, the Netherlands, Liechtenstein, Italy, Honduras, France, Egypt, Belgium, Brazil, England, Germany, Hungary, Japan, Luxembourg, New Zealand, Puerto Rico, Sweden, Tunisia. I know they've been to Japan because they were at the last World Jamboree. So what it comes down to is there's a whole lot of history that come in these. I've shared these at a number of campfires. I shared this set of ashes I just had here, came from our last campfire together, which was at Mount Diablo. These were the beginning ashes of Boy Scout Troop 269 back in 2000, and have been shared with at every OA conclave that Carl Emmerich has gone to, which is a camporee of all Order the Arrow councils. So, gentlemen, there's a little bit of scouting history here.
The United States and Boy Scouts state that if a flag is in such condition that is no longer a symbolic emblem of display, it shall be destroyed in a dignified way, preferably by burning. Color Guard, prepare to present the colors. Call guard, present the colors. I am your flag. I was born on June 14th, 1777. I am more than just a piece of cloth shaped into a colorful design. I'm the silent sentinel of freedom for the greatest sovereign nation on earth. I'm your inspiration, for which American patriots have given their lives and fortunes. I am the emblem of America. I have led your sons in battle from Valley Forge in Vietnam. I have been through Civil War, 2 World Wars, at Gettysburg, Flanders, Korea, the Gulf War, all of them. I was there with George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, and I am here with you now. I've flown through peace and war, through strife and prosperity. Amidst of it all, I've always been respected. My red stripes symbolize the blood spilled in defense of this glorious nation. My white stripes, the burning tears shed by Americans who lost their sons in battle. My blue field represents God's heaven under which I fly. And my stars, clustered together, unify the 50 states as one for God and country. I am Old Glory, and I proudly wave on high. Honor me, respect me, and defend me with your lives. Never let our enemies tear me down from my lofty position. Lest I never return, keep alight the fires of patriotism. Strive earnestly for the spirit of democracy, and keep me always as a symbol of freedom, liberty, and peace in our country. When it comes to time, when I am old and faded, do not let me fly in disrepair. Rather retire me from my duties, only to replace me with a new flag, so that I may continue to symbolize our country. With this, renew your commitment to what I stand for and pledge your allegiance to me one final time. All rise. Camp salute. Please join the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Two. Call guard, retire the colors. Call guard, retire the colors. Color guard, retire the colors. Color guard, retire the colors. Color guard, retire the colors.
Dylan. There you go.
Color guard, retire the colors. Color guard, reform. Color guard, dismissed. Camp at ease.
Careful. All the boys have their name tags on.
Because they probably haven't taken off their uniforms.
Well, that's good because I don't know who's who just yet. Good morning, Cole.
Good morning, Miss Van. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank
I know
you.
you're not my mother, but happy Mother's Day. You too, Mrs. Harder.
I guess Ryan's trying to focus on schoolwork and his dad's pushing him to get evil. That's why he's down there, man.
What'd you do now?
Ryan's just trying to focus on school and his dad's pushing him to get evil, so he's mad right now.
Which makes
Took
no
him all
sense.
weekend to figure this out, that he was mad?
Whatever.
Stay out of his way. I swear, I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know, those boys between Colton, Dylan, and Ryan and their emotional states.
Thank goodness for Drew.
Yes.
Mr. Steady.
Yes. There's no merit badge for that.
I'll be set to sea on a
I think
ship
there is.
for
There is
about
a-
a month
there is a merit
with
badge
each
for
other,
For what? Emotional turmoil?
right?
No, what is it? That's not
Sorry, man.
family life.
Oh.
Okay, where do I put this?
Double check it, Cole.
Cool.
That it needs. Front down low. Okay.
Hey, we Sam.
Yeah.
You guys were using the coals over here. You guys need to come clean up. This yours? Maybe that one's.
That one think is ours.
Yeah, that one's mine. Cause I have the of glove, and then I have an oven glove, and then I have generics. See the bags of charcoal?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. See the lid stand hanging on the side of the lid stand? Goes into a chub tub. I think they're Kevlar cotton mix or something. You guys are the Trapmaster. Yep.
You want the maquette to have the episode?
Sure. They would.
Get out of the road. Hey, you're not supposed to tell him. Drew, go on the road. One's flying, right? Get out of the road. Go on the road. Wait, did they let you get over the road? Yeah. Why? Drew. He's the baller Drew. What Alex is saying. Go
You double check your day pack?
on my hip. Yeah, back then.
Put it in your patrol stuff. I asked him last night if he had everything. He said yes. At that point, that's your job. That's your job. You take care.
Parents are not here yet, so maybe there might not be. One of us can sit in front. How about you? I'm only carrying out like a bit as
Very important.
as some others.
No, he's not. The door?
Oh yeah, that's the meat. That's the meat sport thing. Yeah, that's the meat sport. Meat sport. I watched Final Destination with the music over it. It's a fantastic scene with the music.
All of you guys. Brand new scout. Great idea for everybody.
Lanterns or like the solar?
The solar setup.
Oh, like what?
Yeah. Because it doesn't use propane. It doesn't. It's renewable by the sun. Yeah.
But what if nuclear winter's and we don't have
Ryan.
Ryan.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think we're on you.
Alright, Lewis.
You're on you for stop.
Colton, Dylan, quiet.
We should stop sitting around when there's things that need to be done within camp.
I think we should stop standing around. If we're told to do something, told to spread a word, make sure what you were told to do gets done.
I think we should stop sitting around, especially when you know there's things to get done.
I think that we should stop just sitting around like what you said, especially like when we're cleaning up after a meal.
I think we'll stop eating chili powder and canned chili.
Lesson learned.
Stop walking away when there's work to be done.
I think we should stop, like, if there's things to be done, like, do them, but, like, if there isn't, then you can, like, try to find other things to do.
Okay.
Did you go?
I've been skipped start and stop. No.
Okay. If you enter the circle like I was encouraging you to do.
So I'm sorry I didn't see you back there.
You chose to step
Say
out.
something.
I think we should start really being kind of more organized because we were behind schedule on a lot of things. We should start kind of trying to do what we're trying to do in the time given. Because we're going over with a lot of things. And yeah, definitely proactive rather than reactive, and we should stop. We should stop kind of just like stop like pretty much what a lot of people said, just sitting around and not doing anything. Mr. Harder, I have a question. Is this supposed to be like on a troop level, or like just overall? Because
overall as a troop.
Dude,
We're talking about this outing. this outing.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking that would be more efficient to have like an SSC as a troop, but also in patrol.
But if they're not here, if you want to do it as a troop, this is your troop.
Right.
Patrol's here too.
You're welcome to have a patrol meeting and discuss whatever you want to at a patrol meeting. Right now, Alex is having you guys here at his meeting. So tomorrow at Patrol Corners, go for it.
Okay, now we're going to continue. I think we should continue having fun campfires.
Yeah. I think we should continue cooking good dessert. Continue having awesome meals.
Continue expanding meal variety.
Continue coming out on these outings where we can take our minds off of the stress of school, stress of life outside of our scouts.
Continue learning as much as we should yesterday. Continue to pick up tasks. You should continue to sing songs and
Continue having campfires with
Continue BSA.
Continue growing with the hammock city.
Continue going to the
Continuing having Girl Scouts teach the younger scouts.
Continuing having 5 strong ceremonies.
Alright. To add from adults.
Just a couple things, just because I'm going to expand on some of the stuff I heard. Andrew, fantastic idea. If you guys had solar set up on your own instead of Mr. Tran doing it for you, that's why I took last night. I took those away. Mrs. Fenn and I went around to the camps and took those solar lanterns away. Because the first thing when you get into camp you should do is be setting up your own lighting systems. And there were 4 lanterns brought for you guys to use. And on Friday night, nobody set up a lantern, did they? One patrol did. Did one patrol?
Oh, yeah.
No, that was Saturday night. So, anyway, so that's one of the first things you should do when you get into camp. But I do like the idea of going solar. That was a fantastic idea. As far as this discouragement of somebody talking about food, so there are going to be, life is not about participation ribbons and participation trophies. There are winners, there are not winners, there are losers, okay? Sometimes when you cook a food, it won't look right, it burns it. I burn food. You know how I learn not to burn food? By burning food. We make mistakes. It will happen. If you made a cobbler that wasn't cooked all the way, the next time you'll know to cook a little longer. If you burn one, you'll know the next time not to cook so much. We learn by our mistakes. So if you're making a grilled cheese sandwich and one of them burns and somebody says something about it, you're like, you know what? Next time. That's what's cool about here in scouting is tomorrow Monday, when we walk in, for the people who are in charge of leading, it's a reset button. Every meeting, every outing is a reset button. It's a safe place that we can make mistakes. We can burn the food. Yeah, we can fail. This is a safe place. You know why? Because every one of you is going to make pretty much the same mistake that I did when I was a Boy Scout. So it's okay to make those mistakes. And when you're saying comments to other people about cooking or whatever, make it a positive criticism to it. And when you're hearing what people say, if you take it as a real negative, say, hey, what do you mean by that? Do a corrective way to get some information back, because you want that positive feedback. Time management, yes?
I mean, to add to that, sarcasm makes things really complicated because some people don't know if you're being serious or not, and then if you think you're getting offended by somebody, and it gets sarcastic, then
Yep.
Yeah, then
I agree. Time management, about going over time limits. We deal with this all the time in adult leader training. It comes down to the teacher ability and the learner's ability. So if I were to take Cole aside and try to teach him a knot he doesn't know, he's probably going to pick it up really fast. But if I grab Ohm and say, Ohm, I'm going to teach you how to go do a monkey's fist, he's going to look at me like, what is that? He'll get it, it's just going to take longer. So it depends on the teacher and their ability and the audience and their level. So if they went over in time yesterday, which I figured it would happen, they're new scouts. It's expected. And the cool part about the schedule is it was somewhat flexible. And that's what we have to remain malleable. If we try to operate that you get 3/4 of the way through the first state stuff because there's a lot of questions like, oh, stop, you're done. They're like, hey, you were just, how do we treat the burn? You just told me somebody got a burn and what it looks like. How do I treat it? You've got to be able to get through the whole subject matter and let them ask the questions. So I hear you about time management, but I also understand there's the other side. You got to make sure that the person, the recipient, is getting the information they need. Because right now, these young skull full of mushes, all our new scouts, are the most important ones in the group. Make sure they can get up to the speed where you are, so that when you're ready to step out or become a junior assistant scoutmaster, they are the ones that are leading the campfire up here with the hoarse voice the next day. They can't wait to sing the next time to jump up and down. That's going to be these guys in another 3 years. So everything you guys are putting into them, you guys receive from Rustum and Blake and those guys.
That's Saddam.
And Saddam. And Nick. So yes. So remember, it's all a big giant circle. It comes around. It's actually a lot of fun.
I have one to add.
Yes.
Make sure you check your gear before you come, your patrol box. Make sure if you're teaching something, you have the supplies to teach it.
Yeah. So yeah, whoever your instructors are of certain stuff, make sure you have your stuff. Ryan contacted me about axes and the stuff like that, and I said we've got it. It's covered. So he knew coming in we had the materials. So those people who were teaching other things should have thought about getting the spars and the ropes ahead of time. It's not the senior patrol leader's job, it's the instructor's responsibility. So it's taking responsibility for the situation that you're teaching. Sam, he taught about God and country and the different medals that are available for different religions. He brought printouts prepared. Yeah. So those are the things that, as we're instructors, as you guys are being instructors, make sure you have what you need to be a good instructor. So, one big giant kudos this weekend, Dragon Patrol, Dragons. Dragons rule, others rule, as their saying goes. So.
Don't forget you need bleach in your Dragon Patrol box.
Yeah. You need bleach in your Dragon Patrol box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's actually join their outing. The Dragon Patrol box is always on top, so they always take it. So a lot of our stuff goes missing.
If you need another container, I have more containers in the adult box.
Yeah, we also need a bottle opener and we need a big can.
We just gotta put our patrol box backwards.
Okay, so when we get back there, there's a bunch of equipment I took out of one box. Let's go through that and see what you need out of it. If we don't have it, we'll go procure it.
I think, Cole, didn't you take the bottle yesterday?
I gave it back
though. Oh, that's right, you did.
Yeah.
So, otherwise, good weekend. The weather was nice. Good campfire. Looked like everybody had fun. So.
Want to collect campfire ashes? There are some containers over there.
You started. Should we fill out the rings?
So there are 12 grommets in there. Give the grommets to the new scouts first.
He's picking them up.
Ha! No. Only if you want to. It's just kind of a thing. You heard me tell the story of the ashes.
It's like a tradition kind of thing.
Yep. The one I have in my pocket. My container. That one goes back for here to 1997, I believe.
Hey.
So there's 21 years of ashes.
Who does not have a grommet? I got one.
Do you have a grommet?
You need a grommet here.
Do you have one of these containers? Okay.
There's two on each flag.
There's a wash thing up here too.
That's just a reminder of your flag, the flag retirement ceremony.
Hey, I didn't make it dirty.
Yes.
I have clean. People were like steaming on top.
Yeah, I know.
No.
On the vomit. You can't get a vomit when it's under your foot.
That would cause a lot of internal bleeding.
I grabbed the wrong water bottle.
Nice.
Hey, that's my water bottle.
Yeah.
Everybody check their pocket or wherever for their ashes. I just found an ash container here. Alright, there you go, buddy.
There it is. You got one.
Just like your brother. He
Look at that. It was right
wherever.
underneath you, right where you were standing the whole time, huh?
Them Texans stole it.
You were protecting
That's right.
it. You didn't want anybody else to get it.
That's not fine stuff.